I'm a machine. Yeah, Drake Maye, good to see you. It's the Carton Show here on FS1. Appreciate your time, and I know the next 24 hours are probably going to be hours that you don't get much sleep as you get ready to go from college to the NFL. Just give me a walk through the last couple weeks of your life and how crazy it's been.
Yeah, just kind of a whirlwind. Kind of traveling all these different places. We had, the combine. Straight, kind of a couple weeks after that, went to pro day, and then from there, just kind of taking these visits, just trying to enjoy it, embrace it, and that's one kind of special time in my life to kind of be here with all my family and friends and enjoy this moment. So I'm just excited to see where my new city's at. Yeah,
it's kind of an interesting thing for you because as great an athlete as you are, you're like the 5th best athlete in your own family. You know, like your dad played ball, your brother won a national championship at Carolina. I understand you have 2 other siblings who are pretty good athletes.
Yep.
And you're going to be an NFL quarterback. But, like, if the family's picking sides, where do you get drafted amongst the Mays?
Yeah, I know. I think, 2 of my brothers got national championships. And, my dad and mom were both all-state athletes in high school. So, we got a tough crowd to pick from. Maybe NFL quarterback trumps that, but we'll see how I play. So before that, I think the national champions, 2 national champions.
Well, here we are on Draftmas Eve, and Drake, of course, is going to be one of the top picks in the. Oh, wait a minute! Listen, it don't matter who the guest is. It's top 5 and 9. Drake May's got a pick.
Every time.
All right, it's the Drake Maye version of the top 5 at 9. Number 5. How much money would you spend to get the jersey number of your choosing in the NFL? What's the number?
I think the going rates, I think no more than 100,000. I think people say maybe a car or that kind of the max. Probably about 100,000. Anything over that, I think is stretching it for me.
If I may say, as if I were your father, anything over $1 is too much to pay for.
I don't know about that. I think that's arguable. That's arguable for sure.
So he's going to pay $100,000 to get his number. That brings us to number 4. There's a report that when you met with Brian Dable and Joe Shane and the New York Giants that they showed you some old school video of the GOAT, Tom Brady. And I'm wondering, did they show you any video of Daniel Jones?
They did, yeah. They saw, watching the film, watching the install. Daniel's all over the clips, making, as they say, Danny Dimes. So they showed a lot of clips of Daniel, and obviously know Daniel from Charlotte. So, he's a baller, and they were definitely, I saw Daniel hit a big post against the Titans. I remember them showing me. So they showed some Daniel, Tom, about all of them. So.
There you go. That makes me feel better.
Yeah. Did they show you any receivers you'll be throwing to? Because you're going to need some, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got a few of them. Yeah, they got a few of them, so they'll be all right.
All right, that brings us to number 3. If Drake Maye wasn't a great football player, what type of non-sports job would you want?
Ooh, I think a stock trader. I think battling the market, find a way to compete with the market would be pretty sweet. My dad does that, a little bit. So I think kind of get into that realm and try to buy on the lows, and sell at the highs, and try to figure something out. Would be pretty sweet.
He's a fan of trading places, obviously.
So obviously he's coming to New York. You just told us right there.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, exactly.
Here comes Wall Street.
All right, that does bring us to number 2. We kind of hinted at this already, but who is the best athlete in the Maye family?
I'll take myself. I think my mom. My mom's the best athlete that nobody really gives enough credit to. But, out of the male side of the family, I'll take myself.
You got to take yourself? All right.
Yeah, Luke's pretty strong. But I'll take myself.
Luke was
number 1 for Drake Maye. And then we'll get to some other questions for you as well. When you were a kid growing up in Carolina, what was your favorite team? Like when you dreamt about, and the blank picked Drake Maye with the first pick of the draft, what was that team that you dreamt about as a kid?
Yeah, other than the Panthers, obviously being from Charlotte, kind of the history of the Green Bay Packers, being from the Packers and watching, Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers growing up, I think, listening to the Green Bay Packers and Lambeau was kind of all me and my brother was always kind of, flirted around with. So.
Got it. All right, so let me ask you this question. Obviously you guys get poked and prodded, like cattle as we go through the combine and getting ready for the draft, and we know every inch of your life and who you are and what you do well and who you dated in 3rd grade. And all that stuff. To be fair, one of the criticisms of your game in college is that experts will say your last year wasn't as good as the year before, that you played better football 2 seasons ago than last season. I'm wondering if you can walk us through your thoughts when you compare your last 2 college years and the folks that do this for a living, that handicap players come out of college. How do you react to guys who say that?
Yeah, I think it's easy to say that looking at the numbers wise. Kind of looking at all the touchdowns versus this past year. I think the biggest thing is offensively. I think we didn't skip a beat. Coach Brown came in this past year with the new offensive coordinator and said, hey, we want to run the ball in the red zone, and keep guys off the break to get them ready for the NFL. So really, I think that was Coach Brown's approach to it. I think we had a running back run for 1,500 yards. I still threw for well over 3,000. So it's not like I wasn't the ball wasn't in my hands. I wasn't making plays. And the biggest thing is the new offensive coordinator is tough. Kind of tough. I've been with it's good Coach Longer for 2 years, and Coach Lindsey had a tough job trying to navigate his offense because we had to keep it the same a little bit because we were doing it all around the yard my first year playing. So really, I think it's bigger than that. How we move the ball offensively is really kind of the testament to a quarterback, and the points we're putting up on the board. I think we put up some points.
Drake, Willie Colon here. Obviously, congratulations on a hell of a career. Man, you wouldn't be in this position if your tape didn't pop. You're going to be stepping into a locker room full of grown men. What's something that you will be able to offer to your new team that's going to be selected in 24 hours?
Yeah, not a guy that's coming in there and going to be a kind of that hot shot rookie. I'm a guy that's going there and earn their respect and kind of speak up vocally when I feel like I earn their respect and kind of met them and create a genuine relationship. I think being a top pick or wherever I go on draft night is easy to go in there and think you're the guy, but really I'm not. Just trying to go in there and be a sponge, soak it up, and I'm not going to know much. So just try to give it my all and try to learn from the old guys.
I mean, Drake, all the projections have you being a early draft pick in the top 5. Now, that means the team's going to draft you. He's going to need a quarterback. Do you expect or do you want to be a week 1 starter next season in the NFL?
I think that's obviously my goal. I'm going to go in there and compete and try to prove to them that I'm ready for that. But really, it's up to them. I think they get paid a lot of money, these front offices and head coaches and offensive coaches to make those decisions. So I'm gonna try to show them and prove to them that I'm ready to be. But if not, I'm not gonna be keep making media headlines that I'm pissed off about. Just gotta continue to work and learn from it and know that my time's gonna come one day.
Before we let you go here, Drake, I was reading about the visit to Washington. It seemed like unlike any visit I've ever seen. And I've traveled with and covered NFL teams, but the story I read was that it was you and like 20 other guys, and you guys went and played Topgolf, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell the Washington Commanders are doing. Yeah. That had to be the strangest visit you've had over the last couple of months, no?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a different way to approach it. They had us all come in on the same day, and went to Topgolf, and we swung it around a little bit, me and JJ, and JJ McCarthy had a pretty solid swing, so we were all hitting it around. I've been big Amarius Mims was taking a hack at it. So just a fun time to interact, and other than that, I think just we all got our one-on-one time and a time to be with the coaches. So it wasn't like that's all we did was Topgolf.
Got it. So real quick, has New England told you that they're taking you third or no?
Yeah, nothing. No word.
Okay. Have the Giants told you that they're moving up to 4 to get you?
Nah, no word. No word.
Did Washington tell you in between golf shots and wings that they're going to take you number 2?
No word. No, sir.
Have the New York Jets expressed an interest in your services?
No, I guess we'll find out. I'm sitting here in the courtyard inner circle right now.
The Denver Broncos just called me and told me they have a nice Marriott downtown. Would you consider playing for them because they have that nice hotel?
Yeah, Marriott. That's Marriott's. I'm here in the courtyard inner circle right now, like I just mentioned, and Marriott's kind of motto is to fuel the passion of NFL fans through travel, and they actually just surprised 10 of my hometown friends and family with the visit to Detroit, and they'll be here for the draft. So a pretty cool moment of getting surprised here and just ready for them to enjoy that experience with me on Thursday night.
Well, I'll tell you something. Obviously, I've never met you in person, but I did sit with Matthew Stafford the night before the draft when he came out, and you remind me a lot of Matthew Stafford. And I wish you the very, very best. And obviously, wherever you go, hopefully you have an opportunity to shine and bring your talents to a city that's clearly going to need a quarterback. And I would just say, if I was going to give you any piece of advice, today's going to fly by. Tomorrow is going to fly by. Take a moment to enjoy it, because you're never going to get these moments back, and it's special. So best to you and best to your family. I really look forward to watching you on Sundays coming up this fall, and appreciate your time very much.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. Thanks for having me on.
I take it.
you
Drake
so
Maye,
much.
everybody. Carolina's quarterback. And
May.
who knows?
Well,
Maybe Washington, maybe New England, maybe who knows? Maybe the Giants take him, and then he and I become best friends, and we start playing golf together. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.